My name is Sally. I am a full-time artist. This is my working studio, as well as the home gallery that people come to sometimes. My husband died 7 years ago, and so that gave me a lot of time to consider what I was going to be doing with my life and looking at the current reality to see what I would like to be doing, and of course it was art, because that's always been what I have enjoyed. Both of these paintings are done with alcohol ink. This one is done on a tile. In February of 1972, I became Fountain Hill's very first resident. I was very healthy. My husband and I were country western dancers and danced with a group and danced in parades. And I was shocked to be diagnosed in 1999 with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. That started a saga that lasted until 2006. I know that all the papers that I signed for chemo, all warn you that there could be deterioration in the heart functioning. And I dismissed it pretty much because I just really wanted to survive and figured if that's the case, that, we could deal with it. I didn't realize, because I had had lymphoma and a lot of years when I wasn't as strong, I was accustomed to resting when I needed to. I thought maybe it was aging. So I was very surprised to discover there was actually a deterioration that needed correction. And it took me to Dr. Reisek. 2 years ago, I needed to have the aorta valve replaced and was able to have that done with the TAVR procedure.
What's unique about Sally is not just her case from a medical standpoint, but it's who she is as a person. She is a fixture in the art scene in Scottsdale. She had aortic stenosis, but it was a unique case. She had also received radiation therapy to the chest, which can set up an inflammatory process in the chest and with the aortic valve, and we believe that was a significant contribution to her development of aortic stenosis. Because of the radiation therapy to the chest, it becomes sort of a hostile environment for performing open heart surgery. It makes open heart surgery even higher risk, and therefore transcatheter valve therapy made sense to us.
Aortic stenosis is when the aortic valve starts to narrow. Now, the aortic valve is the valve which allows blood to flow out of the heart from the main pumping chamber of the heart, the left ventricle. That valve can wear down over time and become calcified and thicken. That prevents it from opening normally and puts a lot of strain on the system and minimizes the amount of blood flow that can leave and get to the rest of the body.
After evaluating Sally, we determined that she was an excellent candidate for a transcatheter aortic valve replacement, where we were able to insert a valve through the leg and pass it up through the arteries to her heart and deploy or release this valve inside of the old valve that wasn't working. This valve holds the old valve open, out of the way, so the new valve inside of this works normally.
We were able to adequately implant the TAVR valve, and there was almost immediate improvement in her symptoms.
I didn't realize until the procedure was done and I felt healed that I was so much more energetic, and then I started taking on all kinds of commitments because I'm happiest when I'm busy.
It's funny, Sally's world and our world, she talks a lot about creativity, and so much of what we do is based on science. But like Sally, so much of medicine and TAVR and all of the highly technical things we offer are really also artistic. There's a lot of art to what we do, not just science.
I think that art is partly an attitude. I've had so many hard life change experiences in losing my sister to cancer, and then 2 years later my daughter to cancer, and then 2 years later my husband to cancer. I could be defeated by that, or I could be creative by that and makes some reasons to still have a lot of joy. I would always feel extremely grateful to the doctors that have made my life what it is today. No matter what it is that people pour their heart and time into, I especially appreciate it when it's something that benefits other people, gives joy to other people, or in the case of medical procedures, gives life itself.